When we wish to determine the relations between us in our world, we think that there are two possibilities. Either I love myself, and this is how I relate to others, or I love others, and this is how I relate to them. But we have no possibility to truly check how it is. How do we love our family, the wife, the children, the relatives, the father, the mother? How much do we indeed have an emotion towards them which is above all calculations? Or do we nevertheless calculate that thus far I love some person who is close to me, and above that I can no longer love him. I love myself and I forget about him. I cannot take into account him. How can we check that? The Creator demands from us to return to a state where we are as one man in one heart, that we come back to the same state as before the shattering of the soul. And in the shattering of the soul, before that we didn't feel it, but we were truly as a single desire. Later on, this desire was split. It entered in between all the individual desires that have appeared. The rejecting force entered, which is called the ego, and we already started, each one of us, to be inside of himself, and we cannot think of the others, but only in the form of how good this can be for me, or beneficial for me, and not in any other way. And now, when we learn together that nature, the Creator, are pushing us, promoting us to once again be as one man in one heart, in a single desire, a single thought, a single feeling, so that in the end we will completely not feel that each one of us is isolated in any way, even in some small detail from the others, but rather that we will feel ourselves truly as one. So here there are many questions. What do we do? How do we correct ourselves? By what? That force of the Creator, the one unique and unified that is operating on us, how does it promote us, advance us, so that we will reach that? And in order to reach that, we have to, by ourselves, with our awareness, even with our own inclination, to reach that, so that we will ask to come back to that state where we are connected, when we will want only that above everything else, above life and death, above separation, above distancing, above anything, above any profit, so that we will want only one thing, for us to connect together in a single desire without any difference between us, so that all the separation that exists between us will simply invert into the force of connection. All of these stages of the revelation of evil, how much we hate, how much we don't want to come closer to each other, how much in the end each one returns to himself and he only feels himself and he cannot feel the others, how much all of these forces specifically invert through the influence of the reforming light, and those same distances, the hatred, the rejection, subconsciously and consciously, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. There is a special upper force that all of these various kinds of rejections, it turns them into glue between us. And then we are included in this entrance into one another, integrated, so that there is no difference between us. But Conversely, all of this distancing that was there in creation, a single kli, a single desire, it will come back to the same state, however, 620 times greater. 620 times means that the entire level of our ego inverts and turns into a force of connection between us, and we reach the degree of the Creator. As He is one, so we become one, and by that, creation concludes its correction. It concludes its correction.